All right, welcome back. We're nearing the end of our broadcast, so we want to try and get as much as we possibly can to you before we say goodbye from the Sand Parks and wrap up our journey through Sand Parks Week here in South Africa. So the Eastern Cape Province has a variety of national parks that the public have access to during this Sand Parks Week. And remember, it is free access for South African citizens. Joining me now to talk a little bit more is Dries Engelbrecht. He's the Regional General Manager of Sand Parks. Dries, wow, good to have you on the program. Thanks for joining us. It's a fantastic week for Sand Parks. It really is. I mean, I think people that don't necessarily experience the parks do come at this point and enjoy it. So, I mean, do you find that the parks in the area are a lot busier during this week?
Without any doubt, Leanne. We get a lot of people, and we actually bus people in because some of our nearest communities don't have the necessary vehicles to come. So we make sure the poorest of the poor also get their chance to visit the parks during this week.
Yeah. When we look at the amount of parks that are in the Eastern Cape, what are we talking about that fall under Sand Parks?
The frontier region used to be 4 parks. It's Karoo National Park, which is actually in the Western Cape, and then come the Boer at Graafrenet, and then Mountain Zebra near Cradock, and then Addo where we're standing now.
Right.
And then included into the frontier region about 3 months ago is the Garden Route National Park, which consists of Tsitsikamma, Knysna and Wilderness as well.
Yeah, it's huge as well, and that's probably also one of the most beautiful parks. Which is the busiest? I mean, are you able to tell which one gets the most visitors coming in?
Yes, it's definitely Tsitsikamma and Addo, the 2 big ones, and then one must remember Knysna and Wilderness is open access, so we don't really know how many people do go there because there's no gate control.
Okay. In terms of your visitors, I mean, it's always a drive to try and get more domestic travel into Sand Parks. We know international figures are great, but local figures are the ones that really need to be focused on. Are you finding that locals do come in more, particularly here in the Eastern Cape, and enjoy the parks?
Without any doubt. Here in Addo specifically, it's Eastern Cape. The local people support us a lot, and then second would be the Western Cape, and then Gauteng after that.
Okay. Some of the highlights, I mean, when you come and you visit the parks in this area, what are those things that you just cannot miss?
Well, I think in the Karoo National Park and not the Boer Mountain Zebra, we've got rhino there, we've got buffalo there, we've got the lions. That's where Sylvester started making his name. Yes. So, and then here at Addo, we've got this 80 kilo of fantastic beach where we're standing now. And then you look at the forests down Tsitsikamma, Knysna, it's huge areas, and people don't realize that the Garden Route National Park is nearly 180,000 hectares itself. Huge area. Yeah,
which of course comes with its own challenges. I mean, running such diverse parks, and I mean something like this, which we know that this is the idea is to expand this quite dramatically as well. What are some of the challenges that are associated with it?
It's always to have the right type of control in place. It's also open access here where we're standing at the moment, but we always strive to do things better and better the whole time, and to make it very nice for anybody to visit any one of the national parks.
Yeah. The marine side of things, and particularly here on the beaches, obviously it's protected. So, you know, we went sand duning the other day, but that is not something that you will be doing in the parks. I mean, they're quite regulated. It's quite strict. No driving on the dunes unless it's authorized. I mean, what are some of the other rules and regulations that apply to the public when you come into the parks?
It's the normal national parks rules, but there's specific rules. If you look at the marine protected area, no driving on the beach, as you mentioned. Sandboarding would be allowed if there's specific dunes that can be used for that, because these dunes are moving, so you can slide down the dune today and tomorrow you won't even know somebody's been there after a little bit of wind. Wow. And we're also thinking about getting horse trails going on the beach here. It should be very popular, we think.
Yes. Oh, that certainly would be. I mean, I can imagine people would love to do that. And then I heard about the hikes that you can take here on the dunes and on the beaches, and you can actually spend a night. So you come here, spend the night, and you get to see the whales. I mean, are we in whale season? Are we heading into it?
Yes, the whales are definitely back. I see them just about every day when I drive alongside the beach. And then one should remember that the Otter Trail is also in the frontier region now, and that's so fully booked and very popular. And here in Addo itself, you've got the Alexandria Trail, which is a 2-night trail, and then you actually tackle these white dunes that we see behind us here.
Oh, that's amazing. I mean, listen, I've heard things about that Otter Trail. You've got it is possibly one of the most beautiful trails in the world, but again, a list to get onto that list to book, because it's booked up for years, which is a fantastic sign.
Without any doubt, I don't think there's a more popular hiking trail in South Africa. The Otter must be number one.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Thank you so much for talking to us. And I mean, this is it's a beautiful day. It's an amazing week, and I just think we're lucky with this weather. We were worried this morning, but now it's just beautiful and sunny. So yeah, the gods are shining down on us. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much.
All right. Dries, of course, is Dries Engelbrecht is the Regional General Manager of sand parks here in the Eastern Cape. And I mean, the variety of parks that you do get here and the different terrain and the different places that you can visit is just absolutely fantastic. Let's take a break. We're going to have a little bit more for you after this. Stay tuned.